Hey guys, what's poppin'? Anber here, bringing you this new exciting FPS guide for Black Desert Online. Yes, it is almost the end of 2021 and we have new exciting options to play with in Black Desert that are going to help our FPS improve tremendously. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So here we are. I just have a little disclaimer before we get into the guide. We won't be editing any registry files or anything that might harm your computer, so no worries about that. Next thing, if this guide doesn't help you when it comes to achieving higher frame rates or smoothness, you have to consider that this is a big game. Even people with decent rigs are going to have freezes sometimes. That's just how MMOs work. Besides that, if you're stuck with less than 40 frames per second, you should consider upgrading if your specs are really old. I know I'm saying the obvious here, but still make sure to comment down in the comment section below your specs and how much FPS you get. And if this guide doesn't help you out, I'll try and look into it and respond to every single one of you. Now let's go ahead and get onto the desktop and see what we can do. Alright, so here we are on the desktop. First things first, we're gonna do the basic, what everybody should do before installing this game. So we're gonna go to start, settings, we're gonna update our Windows, make sure our Windows is updated. First thing that should open is Windows Update. We're just gonna install now or check for updates pretty much. Yeah, basically as you guys could see, we checked for updates, we have a new update. Just make sure you install all the latest updates. Next up, we're gonna go to our GPU software. If you have a Radeon GPU, you're gonna have a Radeon software. I have NVIDIA GeForce Experience. I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna click on drivers and make sure my driver is up to date. So let's check for updates, and yeah, that's it. You have the latest GeForce drivers. So next up, we're going to go into our graphics card options. So we're gonna right click on the desktop, click on NVIDIA control panel. If you have an AMD, once again, it's going to be into the Radeon software. We're going to click on adjust image settings with a preview and make sure it's on use the advanced 3D image settings. After that, we're going to click on manage 3D settings and make sure our ambient is on performance. Scroll down, make sure power management mode is on prefer maximum performance. Monitor technology, if you have a G-Sync, then G-Sync. If you have a G-Sync compatible monitor, then G-Sync compatible. We're gonna scroll down. Threaded optimization, make sure it's on. Trilinear optimization on. Quality, we're gonna put on high performance. You could also do performance if you want it to look more high quality. I just went with a high performance. Those are the most important thing. After that, you're gonna have a button here to apply all of the settings, and basically what you want to do is you want to apply those settings. Next up, what we want to do is go into our power options. The way to do that is clicking on search. We're gonna type in edit power. We're gonna get this edit power plan icon over here. We're gonna click there. We're gonna go one step back in our file explorer tab to power options, and this is what we're going to see. By the default, our preferred plan is going to be on balance, which balances the energy levels and the performance, meaning this is decent for laptops because it won't waste your battery as much and it will give you a decent amount of performance. So it's going to be balanced, and that's why we do not need balanced at all. What we want to do is high performance. Now you might not see a high performance plan over here, so we're gonna have to click on show additional plans, and we're going to find high performance. However, if you have a Ryzen CPU, you're going to have AMD Ryzen plans. As you guys can see here, I'm on AMD Ryzen high performance, but high performance is just as good. So if you do not have AMD Ryzen high performance, go with high performance. Next up, we're going to go into our file explorer. We're gonna right click on our PC, properties, scroll down until we see related settings, advanced system settings, performance tab. We're gonna click on settings right here. We're gonna get this performance window. Now just make sure to copy my performance choices down here, untick every box, and then just copy what I have right here. This is basically a balance plan that will speed up your Windows quite a bit while leaving some of the visuals so it doesn't look like complete poop. Here we go. Once you've done that, you're gonna press OK. You're instantly going to notice that your system is running a lot faster. And at the end, we're gonna do a simple disk cleanup. Every Windows has this, so we're gonna go into the search tab, type in disk cleanup. You can just type in disk, that's what I did. So we're gonna click on disk cleanup, sees my SSD, and that's where my Battlefield is installed. So we're just gonna clean all of this up, press OK, delete files, wait for it to finish. Once it's finished, we're gonna go again into the disk cleanup, again C drive, and clean up system files. Now, you could do this at your own risk because it does clean some Windows Update files that were older. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it up as well. As you guys can see here, Windows Update cleanup is going to be 5.10 gigabytes. That's quite a bit. As we're cleaning this up, I just want to mention that it is highly advised to clean up your PC from the dust, take care of it. At the end of the day, you're probably using it every single day, as most of gamers do. The differences in the temperature of your GPU are going to be very favorable for that FPS gain. Honestly, I've cleaned my GPU like 2 days ago. My idle temperature dropped about 5 Celsius, which is crazy. So I'd strongly advise for you guys to clean your PCs, take care of it. And last but not least, let's get into the game, go into the settings and optimize our game settings for playing. So now that we jumped into the game, we're gonna see this screen and we're gonna right away go ahead and click on settings over here. We're gonna click on display settings and game window is the first thing that appears. So we must choose full screen because full screen is the most optimized game window for gaming in general. So go ahead and go with full screen. Next thing, screen resolution settings. You can go ahead and play with this settings. The higher your resolution is, the more FPS will it take. So make sure to lower it down. Lowest one is 720 as you guys can see. And also make sure to lower down the UI scale because the lower the resolution is going to be, your interface will just end up looking pretty big. So you're going to have to lower down the UI scale the lower you put your resolution. Next up, we're gonna go with the display quality. Texture quality, make sure it's on low. We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna see high-end graphics, and this is the most important option right now because by the default it is going to be on ultra mode. So make sure it's on remastered mode, and it's going to ask you to restart your PC. As you guys can see here, you're gonna go ahead and have to restart your PC. Well, we ain't finished yet. We have anti-aliasing, make sure it's not applied. Heyo, disabled. Display filter, this doesn't really matter, it won't boost your FPS or anything like that, so just keep it to your personal preference. Faraway objects, make sure it is disabled. Depth of field is well disabled. It will blur out the far distance, but at least it will save you some frames, so it's pretty nice. Faraway NPCs, you can disable this as well. Hit effect, this won't affect your performance whatsoever, and it is a pretty useful option, so I'd keep it enabled. Reduce snow buildup, make sure this is disabled. Show blood splatter and show blood stains, this has no effect on your FPS, so do as you wish. Now we're gonna go ahead onto the optimization and make sure to enable auto frame optimization, and we're gonna put it down to 60. Remove others effects, yes. Remove faraway effects, yes. Now if you care about other people's effects, you can keep it on or whatever, but it is going to hinder your performance, that's for sure. Now upscale, not applied, and make sure to disable this lower power option. This is going to be mostly for laptops, so it doesn't consume battery as much. Now we're gonna go ahead and click on apply. Do you want to apply current settings? Yes. We're gonna go into settings again. Performance settings, workers and pets, and make sure to hide certain NPCs. This is going to hide NPCs that are like totally irrelevant to the story or quests or anything like that, so do not worry. When it comes to pets, you could go ahead and put show only my pets. Now you could go ahead, click on apply again, confirm, and now you have to restart your game. So let's go ahead and restart our game, jump into the game and see how it looks like. And there you guys have it. This is how video looks like on the graphics we've just applied manually. This is the best way you can optimize this game, and honestly it really does not look that bad. I mean, just looks fine, to be honest. Very playable. I don't feel any lag at all. I doubt you will too if you have a somewhat of a decent PC. However, as I said once again, if you have problems still, make sure to put down your specs below and we'll check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it helped you out, and have an amazing evening.